Hello. I want to take a minute to talk about an exciting new feature we added in Vicinity 4.44 related to creation of batches. Specifically, we have some clients that make the same batch multiple times, and they choose to have different batch numbers for that. So they wanted the ability to be able to, instead of sitting there manually creating batches through the batch entry screen, to be able to have a utility or a tool to be able to create multiple batches from a previous batch. There may have been changes or things like that that they want to replicate and do without changing the master formula, and so basically copy one batch into another. So to show you how to do that, I'm just going to go ahead and pick up an existing batch that I've got out here and show you I've got some end items, I've got procedures, see if I have some transactions. Let me go ahead and put a transaction in here just so that you can see what's about to happen. Let me go ahead and say 100 of those. Good. Of course I don't. Good. So I now have a transaction out here for a certain quantity. That's going to be important because what's going to happen is we're going to copy from one batch to another batch, but not include transactions. So it starts it all from scratch. It clears out any quantity consumed, or completed and issued, and those type of numbers. So let's go ahead and take a look and see how that works. So the first thing you do is you pull up the batch that you're wanting to copy, that is the template, the old batch that you've got. And there's a new icon up in the ribbon bar for copy. Go ahead and pick that up. And this gives you the ability to do a few things. One is determine how many copies of this batch do I want to make. In this case, I'm going to say 2. The other thing you can do is let the system auto-assign batches. So if you have the system doing that regularly, it will just assign using the next sequence number, just as if you had done it on the user interface on the screen. Or you can manually assign your own batch numbers, in which case you would add a batch this way, and then you continue that process to get the number of batches that you want to be added. So you can either have the system automatically create batches by using the auto sequencing method, or you can manually go and add that. I'm going to go ahead and show you the auto assign numbers. So in this case, I'll just say copy, and it goes and says I've got a success. It created batch number 7 and 708 and 709. We'll go ahead and take a look at that. So know that, remember, I had a transaction under here against the source, and we'll go ahead and clear this. And we'll say, let's go ahead and pick up batch number 708 as an example. Here's 708. It's got the end item. It's got the formula, as you would expect, and it also cleared out the transaction. So we don't have any transactions, and we also don't have any consumed sitting out here as we would otherwise. So the whole idea behind this is allow a user to take a batch that's already happened and be able to replicate it n number of times. Know this is similar to create batches from a planned order. So you could create a planned order. Now the challenge with that is that, first off, it's more of an automated process, where the create batches, where it would create multiple batches, is really designed to say I need, say, 1,000 units, but I can only make them 100 at a time. So it would go make 10 batches for you. So it's more based on a size or capacity basis. This one that we added is a bit more user interactive. In other words, you say, I want to go do this, and I'm going to control how many batches we've got. It will be sized based on the original batch. Any notes that are there, changed, etc., will be on the new batches. So just kind of know when you use it, this is its purpose, is to basically make multiple duplicate copies of an existing batch and set it to a position where you're ready to start using it, print, consume raw material, and put things on hand. Anyway, we hope that helps. It came directly from a client, so if you have these type of things, please let us know. We're happy to get into the application.